breathing.
He's gone. Survived the plane crash and now this. So what killed him?
Good question.
You got any ideas?
How would I know?
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm diving into episode 3 of 9 Bodies in a Mexican Morgue, titled Raptio. Let's talk about Dan. I had a feeling he wasn't who he claimed to be, and I'm glad Lisa warned Amy about him. When Amy went through his wallet and found multiple business cards, it confirmed that Dan is a fraud, okay, a liar, and possibly even a killer. His anger issues are concerning, and Amy seems to be an innocent bystander caught in the middle of it all. And speaking of Amy, her backstory was one of the biggest surprise of this episode. When Dan explained to the group that the man she kept seeing wasn't real and he was all in her head, she's reliving trauma from when she was just 7 years old, which adds a new layer to her character. Did Dan deserve to get stabbed by Amy? Absolutely. Okay, Dan been getting on my nerves since day one, so yes, he kind of deserve it, especially when he grabbed her arm and Amy was like, "You are hurting me," and he did not care. The way he treated her was unsettling in my opinion, and it was only a matter of time before something will happen to Dan. It is what it is. Like, his anger and his personality did a whole 180. The way he switched up when he kept confronting Amy, like, "What did Lisa tell you? If she's telling you lies, what did she say about me?" He was very paranoid, and you can tell. And Amy was like, "No, she didn't say nothing." She lied at first, but eventually she told the truth, and that's what kind of set him off. Lisa is still coping with the loss of her husband, and it has become increasingly distrustful of those around her. Honestly, I don't blame her. Every day someone else is getting murdered, and they still don't truly know each other. I like how Lisa called out Zach for his supposed job as an insurance investigator. Even Kevin is skeptical of Zach, and I have to agree, Zach is definitely lying about something. I do think he is an investigator, but he's likely involved in law enforcement, and the reason he hasn't revealed his true identity might be strategic. If he's working on a case, exposing himself could spook the suspects. Now let's talk about Carlos. Turned out he's been hoarding food the entire time. Had an entire stash. Someone had took the food from the fridge or whatever. I kind of figured it was Carlos because all he was doing was eating. I was wondering when someone was finally going to check on the signal since it's mysteriously stopped working. Sonja had the right idea when she suggested they move, believing they staying in the same spot will only lead to more deaths. And she's not wrong, but of course no one agreed with her. Then there's the discovery of drugs on the plane. Someone was smuggling them, but the big question is who? My guess is either Dan or that. Both of them are hiding something, and this could be a missing piece to the puzzle. Right now, everyone's walls is up, and in this episode, of course, Carlos died, he got stabbed, but everyone walls is up. No one's not really sharing or being truthful to their self. Now, Lisa is very spot on with a lot of things. And so as for what's coming next, I have a feeling that Lisa might be the next to die. She's starting putting pieces together, figuring out what is going on. And when people get too close to the truth, especially in a murder mystery, they usually don't last long. So I'll be watching closely to see how it all unfolds. I enjoy episode 3. It still gave that little slow burn with the first 5 minutes, but I will say that characters are very interesting, to understand who they really are. And I'm trying to guess myself, and I hope I'm right, regarding Dan or Zach, but I have a feeling that I may be wrong about Dan, because I did say last episode that, that's going to be too easy for the viewers to know that, hey, Dan is the killer, because Dan been doing some crazy stuff lately, been lying and all that stuff. And so I was like, that's going to be too easy. It got to be someone that the audience never expected or whatnot. So Hopefully I'm kind of wrong with Dan, but that I hope I'm right about. Let me know your theories in the comments. Thank you for watching my channel. Make sure you like and subscribe, and until then, see you later.